Far below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's never a dull moment. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and from the sideline, as always, our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. Also stopping by our program, one of the great point guards in NBA history, Kenny the Jet Smith. I love the nickname the Jet.
Man, appreciate the shout out. And you know you're the guy who brought it back alive.
Well, it really happened in high school.
It happened in high school, but no one called me in high school, college, until the NBA. He shouted it out.
DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden has led the league in points per game the last 3 seasons. And the Beard said, honestly, it's not even about every game is different. Kevin, back to you.
DA, he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. And Van Vliet out there with Red Hot. And it's Birch in at the 5. And looking at the Nets, Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Harris. Then there's Griffin. And it's Durant in at the 4 slot. Here we go. He'll be the Nets off the tip. And here's Harden. From deep. Birch grabs the board. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Toronto. Greg Popovich, the Spurs coach, Kenny, has talked about how the three-point shot is ruining the game. What do you say when you hear that?
Well, he's a participant of that.
I was about to say, like, he's the one that brought it to the forefront.
He's a participant of it. But I think overall, yes, because people now take bad threes over good twos. So players don't have worse shot recognition.
I think they took bad twos just as much as they take bad threes. I mean, I'll never forget my college coach said, I had a teammate took a shot. It was a bad shot. And I got on him about it. And coach looked at me and he said, hey, we don't yell at our shooting guard. He said, I never met a player that took a shot he wasn't trying to make. And that stood with me because you don't shoot it to miss, but that doesn't mean it's a good shot.
Right.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Aggressive move from Siakam, putting all that length and athleticism to work.
Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here. Harden surveying the D. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he didn't do him any favors in their last game. His performance at the line was porous.
And it's clear how much Durant loves this game. He has a real drive to keep improving and an undeniable thirst to contend for championships.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
To the middle, it's tipped. Stolen by Harden. Oh, Griffin in position. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Losing your man defensively when Harden has the ball, that's unforgettable. He's the top-tier creator.
Pass to Red. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. So many combo guys in the backcourt now, Kenny, but there are still a few traditional style point guards left, and they're sure fun to watch.
Yeah, you still got Rondo. You still have Mike Conley.
Yep.
Obviously CP3. These are traditional point guards that think pass first. Still got LeBron. He's a traditional point guard. He passes first. So it's still fun to watch. You got to force Durant off the three-point line. When you fail to, this is what happens.
Van Vliet against Harden. Knocks it loose. Van Vliet passes to Birch. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Anunoby. Fires for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
OG Anunoby matching threes. Just a solid, steady player who continues to improve.
Outside Irving. A wide open look for Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Durant's got 8 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Love the strength on that drive by Fred VanVleet. He is tough and he's aggressive.
Harden against VanVleet. Pass to Irving. And here we go. VanVleet heading to the hoop. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on James Harden.
And I'll tell you, Siakam is like a spider in terms of his balance, his reach. He can overwhelm you.
Then he played under a number of legendary coaches. What traits do they share? And how were they different?
Well, the great thing about all of them, they had me. So that makes them
check that box, right? Move that off to the side.
It's something that they all had in common. I'm not saying that it's me, but it is. I think what makes them great, what makes them great is the ability to relate, and also the ability to change direction. Like, you can have a game plan and then all of a sudden change the game plan in the middle of the game and come up with a new one if it's not working.
Well, I even go a step further. That you're also, the great coaches adapt to their personnel as opposed to trying to make the personnel adapt to them. That's why great confidence stand out for me. I remember when the Spurs used to run offense.
Yep, it's running good.
So timeout called here. The first for Toronto.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Millsap comes in for Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Irving. It's Mills in for James Harden. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Brooklyn with the ball. They trail by 1. And every team needs a go-to scorer late in close games. Kenny, when you think about your list of what qualities are essential to be that guy in crunch time, what are they?
I think to be a great crunch time player is to not look at it as crunch time. It's like, these are the shots that I would take regardless of the situation. I think LeBron got criticized for that early in his career when he would pass up shots. But he takes the same shot regardless of the situation, which makes him more comfortable.
I would have to agree with that. The other thing, too, as the game has changed, I think your ability to be able to set up the shot. To Kenny's point, like because the court's open now, right? You're not, it's not as physical, so if I can move without it and get to my sweet spot, and I think that also helps you to be able to finish in rhythm.
The Nets have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. Brown with it. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Millsap kicks to Mills, 5 to shoot. Shoots over VanVleet. Another shot, and the layup is good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Raptors trail by 3. Now here's VanVleet. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Here's Birch. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Brown trying to free himself up, and Durant gets it to go.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Nowadays, it seems, less dominant centers than the past decades of NBA basketball. Ken, you played alongside some of the great big men, including Hakeem Olajuwon. Do you think he'd be less or more effective in today's game?
More effective, because his value would be easily shown. Because he would get more touches. There's more possessions in the NBA game now. He had ball handling skills, and he had the mid-range jump shot, So which means all he had to do was step backwards and take the three. We used to play around and have shooting contests after practice. He would win some of those three-point shooting contests, but never took them in the game.
The difference is his skill set translates. Like, it wouldn't be as, I don't think some of our other great players would be as good. The guys who are purely post players, because the reason would be they got to guard the pick and roll now. And in this era, they don't bail you out, the bigs, by letting you just go hang out and paint. You got to play outside that three-point line 80, 90 possessions a game. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Van Vliet, he gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Shots good by Siakam.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And here's Brooklyn. Big stretch here going 10-2. Mills passes to Claxton. Inside. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Claxton's got his second basket of the night.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
The Raptors shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And that one falls for Boucher. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind of an NBA season.
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually every day? And how can we bring that together to make a great group? And I think that's the focus every day. That's tough in itself. That's the pressure.
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Boucher out there with ABC. Then there's Dragic. Then there's Harris. And it's Trent in at the 2. Griffin's check in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Brown. The Nets with the lead. You know, every player has that moment when they know it's their last season in the league. The body tells them, the plan probably leads them in that direction. Did you know, Kenny, when it was time to retire?
When the paycheck stopped coming, I was like, I think it's time to give it up.
No, your body, right?
Oh, my body.
Yeah.
Oh, that was one reason. But then there's a play in basketball when you get a steal. You take a picture back to see who's chasing you. And when you realize when you're young, guys don't chase you. They have that body language they got coming out. But when you turn around and they all have that body language like they're coming after you.
Man, the funny thing for me, being more of a defensive player, I never forget, it was a loose ball, like at half court, and I was like 5, 6 feet from it. And I looked at it and I said to myself, can I get that? And by the time I processed it,
it was gone.
The young Bill had already got it. I went home and cried that night. True story, because I knew
really
time to hang him up, baby.
Yeah. How old were you?
I was 34.
You know who the real guy made me retire? Darryl Armstrong. It was a preseason game. I was with Detroit, and this guy full pressure me, and I couldn't really bring the ball. I couldn't bring the ball. I couldn't bring it up. I had to let somebody else bring the ball up. He was pressuring me. I was like, I stopped.
Now let's Let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink them. Now he faulted for it. Given that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%? And it's often said, this is an era of player empowerment in the NBA. Jet, do you think things are different from when we played?
Oh, for sure. Because of social media, because of the access to travel, players are more connected more than any other time. They do things off the court that we never did off the court. First time I met Greg was in a barbershop, like by happenstance. We weren't planning on meeting.
Yeah.
Mike the Barber, shout out Mike the Barber.
Mike you know what? If you go back to like I used to tell you, like you can be the best guard on the East Coast, and you may have never seen the best guard on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have it. Like nowadays, these kids grow up competing against each other, and they see each other on a regular basis. And players today know their value.
Yes.
They know what their value is to a franchise.
Toronto calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Barnes is checked in for ABC. Raptors trail by 8. And there's the pass to Trent. Siakam against Irving. Good. Siakam's got 9.
Oh, great concentration from Siakam. Takes the hit, yet his eyes never leave the rim.
Harris outside. It's blocked. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. For 3, Siakam. Offensive rebound. Boucher kicks the drive. From outside, off the mark.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these. Securing his spot on the highlight reel. Harden gets creative on a monster slam.
And it's Dragic with the ball for the Raptors. 8-point game. Kenny, your shot mechanics look polished, even back in college. Some guys take longer to have that thing look smooth and right and make some sense optically.
Well, it's repetition more than the visual. So the more you, like I actually shot the ball with my left hand stays on too long, so I had to sign spin. It didn't go, it had a natural revolution. So Marcus Smart helped him out. Lonzo Ball, but the repetition will help him.
There's some guys that, some of the great shooters don't have great. I mean, Ray Allen, Kobe. Yeah. Kobe shot it with
Larry Bird was different.
But, they perfected it.
Durant's checked in for the Nets. Red Hotties checked in for Toronto. That shot misses. Durant with some nice D. And the call will be against Red Hot. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
The Raptors making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. Durant down low. Covered by Van Vliet.
Wow, this guy's the total package, Kevin. When Durant finds his offensive rhythm, it's fun to watch him go to work.
Van Vliet against Harden. Here's Red Hot. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam.
Wow. He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Outside Irving. Griffin down low. Boucher defending. And it's denied. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Siakam. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Siakam's got it back down to single digits for the Raptors. Brooklyn's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And here's Harden for 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Boucher's got his 5th rebound in this one. Let out the pass to Siakam. red hot. He had 31 points in the win against the Clippers.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way. I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. It's hauled in by Harris.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
It's tipped. Harris against Siakam. Brooklyn with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Irving for three. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got 7 rebounds in the game. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Red Hot.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Carter comes in for Joe Harris. Bruce Brown is checked in for Kyrie Irving. That's Mills in for James Harden. Ken Burge is checked in for Toronto. OG Anunoby comes in for Barnes. KD passes to Claxton. That shot off the mark. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Kings. And we want to thank the Jet for giving us his thoughts. Kenny, you stop by here anytime. That door is always open for you.
Well, the door's open, but I'm going to steal a key just in case you don't invite me back. I'm taking it right now.
Well, he'll have the key.
Yes, sir. I'll take the key right now.
We'll tell you when you're back.
Fellow PG, we got to let him in.
Yes, sir. I want to be back.
You guards always stay together. And Greg, a lot of fun to be joined by Kenny the Jet. As brilliant as he was on the court, he is just as amazing off it.
And, you know, Kenny has this amazing knack for describing what he sees with such clarity. Rare gift, and I'm glad he can share it with us.
Back to Birch. Raptors moving the ball around. Passes it to Red Hot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Carter outside. Off target with his 3. Raptors trail by 7. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. They get a hand on it. Let out the pass to Siakam. There's Red Hot. He's covered by Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
The Raptors have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. Good on both. 2 points. That one goes.
I don't think we've ever seen a player of Durant's size who can handle the rock that well.
Second chance effort. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And a chance now to send it over to
Kevin, thanks. KD, you're running and gunning out there. How much fun is it when the offense is flowing like that?
Well, I think this team is very well disciplined, and they do all the details. And we just wanted to play harder, man. I think we got some steals, got some fast break points, and we playing together. Everybody touching the ball. It's just fun when we play like that, so we got to continue to do that.
KD, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.